Hi traders, this is Dr. H and this is the second video of the Option Basics series. Last time we talked about calls and put, and this time we're going to talk about selling puts as a strategy and how they blow some people's accounts. But actually put sales are not that scary. It's not going to blow your account if you follow a very solid plan. But there are some small catches and you have to make sure that you are committed. You are committed to own the shares, etc., etc., and you will see later. So let's get started. So first of all, last time we already talked about puts. A put contract grants the owner the right to sell 100 shares at the strike price before the expiration. So this literally says that you guarantee someone that you will be the back holder if the share price tanks below a certain price. And so in other words, as a seller, if your buyer exercises his or her right, you will buy 100 shares at the strike price, being the back holder. So why selling puts? So first of all, say you want to buy SPY at $440 per share, you can do either set up a limit order at 440. Let's say, for example, 100 shares, just for the comparison's sake. Set up a limit order at $440 with 100 shares. And two, sell a put at $440 with certain expiration date. So this is a strike price, and you will bring in some premium. Some other people will probably pay you $200 per contract, etc. So when SPY goes below $440 at the expiration date, your limit order will simply fill at $440, and that's it. You just become a shareholder. The second case, your put sale also forces you to buy at $440, the same case as your limit order, but someone already paid your premium in the beginning for your service. So you get some extra income here. So the premium equals free money while accumulating your shares. Is that true? And the answer is yes or no, depending on your plan. If you're truly accumulating your shares little by little, and 100 share means very small to you, and your account is able to afford a lot more than that, and you have a solid plan in place and you emotionally ready, then this is a great one, as you will see later. Okay, so in the comparison before, remember the comparison had the assumption you keep your limit order. So this is the catch. You keep the limit order open at least until the expiration. But in reality, you can cancel an unfilled limit order at any time. However, you cannot just cancel an already executed put sale because that's a commitment. That's a contract that you have to fulfill. So, well, of course, you could go back on your contract provided that you buy another equal spec put to cover your obligation. Let's say you sold a $440 put sell on SPY with expiration at November 12th. And you have to buy the same one. You have to buy 440 at November 12th in order to cover your obligation. And sometimes if the stock keeps tanking, you might have to pay more than your premium. So that's when you realize a loss on the put sell. So generally speaking, as I already said, if you follow a careful plan, the cash in your account can afford the shares and you are emotionally ready to own the share no matter what. This is a very, very good strategy. Actually, there were stories about Warren Buffett kept selling puts to start his career, something like that. I don't really know if that's true or not, but generally speaking, a lot of people do that and they follow a strict plan and they actually get a lot of money by doing so. So if your cash cannot, so the catch also, if your cash cannot afford the shares, you could potentially blow the account. So basically, if you buy some stocks at a higher price, but the stock goes to zero, that's literally the worst case scenario. But your cash cannot afford the shares. Of course, you're going to blow this account. And in some bad cases also, the unrealized P&L is also very scary. If you have a very solid plan, you have to remember, you rely on the plan, do not panic. So that's all for those theoretic stuff, and let's take a look at some real world examples. Let's say we look at SPY. SPY right now is trading around 450, and if you want to sell a put at November 12th expiration, and the strike price is 440, which is down here, the premium you will collect is probably $2.56 per share. But remember, you have to multiply this by 100. So if you're a buyer, you pay $256 to get the put contract. But if you're a seller, you collect $256 to provide another person your service and your obligation. So basically, when SPY trades like this and eventually tank, for example, at 425 at November 12th, if SPY is trading at 425, you basically, let's say you don't want to own SPY anymore, you want to sell immediately, then the put forces you to buy SPY at a higher price of 440, and if you sell immediately, you have a loss of $15 per share. So basically, with 100 shares, that's $1,500. But the premium you collected in the beginning helped a little bit in terms of your loss. So basically, your your net loss is 1,500 minus 256. But that's still some loss. And as I said, if you want to make put sell a strategy, you have to make sure that you're ready to own SPY at this price, and that's like the initial price that you want to buy, and you have some other price like a pyramid down here. This is 100 price, which is the beginning, but you might just enter like 200, 500, even more depending on account size. So if you have a solid plan in place, and you can just own the share until it goes higher. Another scenario is that SPY could just trade sideways and close above 440, then you're lucky because nobody would exercise your put. So the put will become worthless in this case, and you collected your premium, and after November 12th, you no longer have any obligations to fulfill because it already expired. And you can also sell another put and sell another put. Actually, a lot of people do that. When a stock goes higher, a lot of people keep selling put to collect premium. So instead of waiting for a stock to come down, you collect some premium down the road. That's why this is generally a good strategy, but you have to follow a strict plan. Okay, so actually, I remember for Tesla, for a lot of real life traders, they learn some lessons for Tesla earlier this year. Actually, they sold a lot of puts, really a lot of puts at daily 50. But daily 50 would have been a very good spot to start accumulating. Remember, start accumulating some shares. So I remember when Tesla was all-time high, there was a lot of hype, and a lot of people sold many put without realizing that their account, the cash in their account, was not enough to cover the put that they sold. Basically, for each contract here, you have to guarantee that you have 70. Let's say the price here is 760. So you have to make sure that you have 760 times 100, which is $76,000 in your account, and that should not include margin, because if you buy those under margin, if Tesla goes to zero, you can literally just blow your account. But that's unlikely. However, you could have a disaster event and eventually bounce. But if you close out, you blow up your account at the dip, that's it. That's the end of the story. You don't have the chance to get back up anymore. So a generally advisable thing is that make sure your cash is enough to cover your obligation, not your margin. Although sometimes a broker allow you to sell some puts at a margin, and they even reduce your margin, you should not fall into this trap. And let's take a look at a backtest. So this is a backtest for selling puts on SPY. Basically, you sell a put on SPY at 30 delta. If you're not familiar with delta, just forget about it. Basically, you sell SPY put every single month at a price a little bit lower than the trading price. So as you can see, for most of the month, for most of the weeks, it's a very steady strategy. You can see it produces a very stable income for you until something bad happens. As you can see here, this was COVID drop. Basically, all the premium you earned, as if they basically vanishes during these 2 months. I mean, eventually you actually got down to minus 27K. That was a very scary moment. But if you make sure that you can, if you make sure that your account can afford this much, actually much more than that, because SPY, I mean, it's a share. Technically, it could go to zero. So you have to make sure that your cash is able to cover SPY. I think that would require about 30 something K. So if you can afford the shares and you can afford the drawdown, in general, your account will recover like that. When SPY makes an all-time high, you around the same time you probably made an all-time high as well, and your account keep going up. This is a profitable strategy, but the catch is that this kind of drawdown happens. So that's it for today, and thanks for watching. Love, live, and trade it. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Remember, this is only for educational purpose and not intended as financial advice. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you won't miss our new content. Please also check out our website and visit our membership page. The current launching deal is £59 per month, which is cheaper than a cup of coffee every day. You can save more by subscribing for 6 months or a year for extra consultations and coaching sessions. Our Discord server is available without membership subscriptions. Our membership subscription includes trading rooms on forex trading, swing trading, fundamental analysis, and algo trading. It also includes the access to our global Slack community, where you can chat with traders from all over the world. We have the main channel, the future channel, the crypto channel, swing trades, option trades, day trades, and a lot more. Thanks for watching, and love, live, and trade it. See you in the next video.